Hey guys, welcome back to the Kampai Sugai podcast. I'm Gavin, and today I got a really special guest with me today, and I actually just learned his first name, and I'm gonna try to say it, but I'm gonna introduce him with his stage name. So please welcome recording artist, songwriter, and someone who is up for a Na Hoku Hanohano Award, Mistah Chante.
Yay! What's up, everybody? How's it going? How's it going?
How's it going? So your first name, right?
Yes.
Olama Pono Maikalani.
Correct.
Patak.
Yes.
Right.
You got it correct.
Patak's not the first name; it's his last name.
Mhm.
But yes. So how'd you get Mistah Chante?
All right. So I met this one of my good friends now in the Mele Program at HEC, and this is after we graduated already. I wanted to start my solo career, and we were trying to figure out a name. We didn't want to go with something that'll restrict me to here in Hawaii, just in Hawaii. So chant actually means I sing or sing in French.
Right. Yeah.
And ultimately, we want to get to the UK market, France, and stuff, because they have a big reggae scene. So one of the big artists that I look up to is Alborosie, and he has a huge following in like Germany, France, the whole UK area too.
Wow.
So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and if you look up like some of the festivals too, it's way bigger than crowds we're used to here. So that's the reason why we went with a French name to hopefully soon make it out there and expand your music Yes.
in the
Yeah.
UK or Europe area.
Yeah.
That's interesting because like we just watched Return to Seoul, which is a French movie,
Oh yeah.
but it's about a Korean girl
Oh,
going
yeah.
to back to Seoul,
Mhm.
right, to go reconnect with her parents. But technically it's a French movie because I'd say about 80% of the time they're speaking French. But then there's a scene in there where they're clubbing. It's it's a lot of like it's different kind of alternative music. So like Europe is really big on different styles.
Oh yeah. I feel like it's similar to Hawaii as far as like the mix of cultures and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that reggae reached
Oh yeah.
Europe.
It's crazy. I even like the London style. So another artist I look up to as well is Protege, but he kind of reminds me of like a London style reggae artist.
Okay.
Or like I think another artist that's from up there is like a Seal Pulse. They're from the UK area.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just like the look and like the vibe of everything there. So hopefully one day we can make it out to the UK and all that good stuff.
Have you visited the UK yet?
I haven't. So the only out of country places I've been to was Guam is still considered US territory.
Yeah.
I've been to Guam, Japan, Okinawa, New Zealand, Australia. Where else?
Oh.
But mind you, this was all through music. This was playing music. So like during high school, I kind of told myself I wanted to travel the world with music, and luckily it took me to all these places and I got to visit places I wouldn't even imagine of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even like Japan was one of my favorite trips. The food was great. That was the first time I had like real ramen.
Oh,
so like
really?
that's like the way they cooked it for us. Like we kind of just watched to see how everyone else was eating it.
Yeah.
But you would order from like a vending machine.
And they give you the ticket.
Yeah, they give you the ticket and then
Yeah.
they ask you, "Oh, do you want it medium, soft, hard?" I was like, "What? What do you mean?" And it's like, "Whatever everybody
Oh,
gets."
that's interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
So they cooked the noodles different, and then the broth was creamy. And I'm kind of like lactose intolerant.
Oh, okay.
But that I feel like it's a different kind of creamy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was one of the best ramens I had, and tried horse sashimi.
Oh.
Out there. Yeah.
Is it super fatty? Because like
It's like real thin
okay.
and raw, but they cook it with like the lime juice and stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Cooks, but it's still
Yeah.
raw. Yeah.
Well, it's like ceviche. Ceviche, they do that. They
Yeah,
use, like, lemon or lime
yeah.
and stuff like that, and they
Yeah.
do that
But
with fish.
That was it was an experience for sure.
Mm.
I'm not sure. yeah. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah.
Interesting. How was Okinawa?
So actually, Okinawa, we were on a base, so we didn't get to venture out too far, because we only spent a couple days there. And I can't remember really because it's all kind of a blur. So we did Japan, so we did Guam, we flew to Japan, and then what do you call Okinawa for like a day or two.
Mm-hmm.
So it all kind of felt like one trip. You know
Oh,
what I mean? Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
So I don't specifically remember what we did in Okinawa, but Japan, I remember going to like, is it called like Electric City? I'm not sure the Japanese name of it.
Oh,
It's-
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Where they have like all the anime stuff and like the game stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah,
My wife said it. Shout out to my wife. Akihabara.
yeah. So we went there, and then we even checked out that the big crosswalk.
Oh, Shibuya Crossing.
Yes. That was cool. So, I mean, especially being from Hawaii, just seeing, even Vegas was cool to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just
It's a
all the
different-
buildings. Yeah.
Yeah.
The architect there is ridiculous. So, yeah, that was cool.
I still haven't gone to Japan yet.
Yeah.
Well, so we just found out that Star Wars Celebrations,
Mm-hmm.
they have like this big convention. They're gonna have it in Japan in 2025. So
So you're making your plans to go?
we're making our plans to go in 2025, and it just so happens to land like on her birthday.
Uh-oh.
So, and my wife's a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like just a fan. Like I like it, like the movies or the shows and stuff like that.
Did you guys go to the Disneyland, the new Disneyland ride already?
Well, no, we didn't. So we didn't go to the ride, but we
Yeah.
went to Disney World right before the
World.
pandemic
Okay.
in 2019,
Yeah.
and they had it was like November of 2000, like literally before
Right
COVID.
before. Yeah.
And we went to Galaxy's Edge, right? The Star
Okay,
Wars
yeah.
exhibit. And they had the Millennium Falcon ride.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go to Maz's bar, but I didn't realize you had to like reserve to go in there,
Oh.
which is a bummer because like I really wanted to try their drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for people that want to go Maz's bar, you gotta reserve. Yeah. Make
Plan
sure
ahead,
you reserve.
guys. Plan ahead.
And they said plan like 6 months ahead.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It gets that booked.
It gets that book.
Oh, crazy.
So they had that. There was another, and then they had like they had the shops so you could make a drone and stuff like that, put it together. And
I wanted to go to Disney World. We've been to, me and my other half and my daughter. We've been to Disneyland maybe like 3 or 4 times, and
okay.
for us, we kind of already know, but like where everything is already.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to experience the Disney World, and I heard it's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's an experience. Like you would have to at least go
for a week.
maybe longer.
Yeah,
If you really want to experience everything. So like we did a park a day,
yeah.
but like
That still wasn't enough.
even that is it's hard.
Yeah.
Cause like so just trying to get around and then it takes a while because we didn't even get to go to all the rides.
Oh yeah.
But we got to look around everywhere except for Animal Kingdom, which we thought was the worst park, but it was my favorite part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to check that out too.
So
yeah,
Animal Kingdom, but I think it's the biggest one.
that's its own park, right?
That's its own park.
Okay.
Yeah. And they got like the Avatar ride, not the Last Airbender, but like the Blue People Avatar.
Yeah,
ride,
yeah.
you know?
Shoot.
And they got rapids. I love like rapids. Like rapids rides where you get in like those big boats.
Oh yeah.
And then like you're all kind of like looking at each other.
Yeah.
And then like I always
Oh, in
try
the
to, like,
circle, the circle.
yeah,
one?
in the circle.
Yeah.
And I always try to splash water. Even though that's kind of dangerous because all the metal underneath.
Yeah.
I always try to splash water on
Yeah.
the people. So those are my favorite kind of rides.
I don't like going on those rides when it's cold.
Oh,
So we went. I think we went. It might have been around January, and or maybe later. I can't remember, but it was still kind of cold, but it was warm enough where we could ride it.
yeah.
So we did it. We went with a few friends, but there's one part where the water you have to go under the waterfall.
Oh,
and not the whole boat doesn't get wet, but
Yeah. But it,
yeah. So we had our ponchos on and everything,
Uh-huh.
and luckily we didn't get wet, so I wasn't freezing the whole day. But yeah, that was. I can't remember. Is it Bear?
Oh, what was it called? I know what you're talking about.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. There was one ride I didn't expect I was gonna get drenched. So it was I was at Universal Studios.
Mm-hmm. Jurassic Park one.
Yeah, the Jurassic Park one. But I wasn't on the ride.
Oh,
I was on the
side.
on the side where the bridge is.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened, but I was just standing there, and I saw this huge wave come right over.
Yeah.
And I got drenched. I don't know how I got drenched. And because we went on the ride and we had ponchos on and everything, and we were like, oh, it's
And
fine.
you didn't have it on when you was on the bridge.
Yeah, I didn't have it on when I was on the bridge, and my dad and I got super soaked.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the heck just happened? Like, this is so random. Like, this I didn't know. I don't know. But it's crazy, man. You ever been, did you go to the Disneyland in Japan?
I didn't. No.
Oh.
I heard that's a whole nother
A whole new world.
Yeah. A whole new
Literally-
world
literally,
specifically. Yeah.
Literally a whole new world.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard there was like stories of, well, I don't know. People give examples of like you go to Disneyland, you lose like a wedding ring, and then they always say like, oh, Japan's always good. Like
Yeah.
nobody's ever gonna like steal that diamond ring. They're gonna like give it to the office and
Yeah.
And they always use that example. I don't know why. Every time I hear someone say that, they always use that example.
Yeah.
I'm like, did that really actually happen?
Well, when we went to Japan, it was probably one of the most cleanest cities
Oh, really?
we've been. Yeah. So, I noticed that they don't have any trash cans out on the street.
Okay.
So you have to take your trash home with you.
Oh, okay.
Also, I see people sweeping up stuff, and there's nothing to sweep up. They're just sweeping stuff.
Oh, really?
So
Interesting.
yeah, it's pretty clean. And for the amount of population or the density that's in that city, and how clean it is, it's kind of crazy to me. So, because we just came back from New York, this past year, earlier in February, and that was pretty dirty. It's a dirty city, yeah.
Shout out to people that live in New
Oh,
York.
yeah. Sorry about that, guys.
Well, one of my friends he moved to New York
Oh yeah.
for filming.
Oh, nice.
Actually. So
Yeah.
because he just got his film degree in, shout out to this guy, but he just got his film degree in actually today is his birthday.
Oh, nice.
So happy birthday!
Happy
Sky.
birthday.
So he got his film degree at UH.
Okay.
At the ECM
Yeah,
program.
yeah.
And then he moved to New York
Oh, nice.
to pursue film even
Yeah.
further. So
Yeah, I had a friend. He graduated. In fact, I think I want to say UH. Kali Kasashima, I think that's how you say his last name. But he's, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was a part of the Fast and Furious series.
oh,
So yeah.
I thought you were going to say like Fast Track or something.
Oh no. Yeah, I think he started working on like. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kali, later on, but I'm pretty sure he started working on
Wow.
like the Fast and Furious series.
He's part of the family.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen the last one, but I was starring, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Can you guys tell? No.
Dwayne The Rock Patak.
But yeah, that's cool. I feel like a lot of people coming out of that program is pretty successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and then like films here, especially like they're getting more recognition.
Oh, yeah.
Like John Cena did a film here recently. Like they have like certain signs, and it'll say like fireball or volcano,
Yeah.
and it's like these yellow signs, and that actually means like a film set. Like it's just I'm giving
And
I'm
it has
away.
arrows and stuff
Yeah.
on that yellow sign. Yeah.
And it has arrows, so it's like they're like code names. I'm giving it away actually,
Yes.
but like John Cena was filming in Kailua
Oh.
recently, and it was in the whatchamacallit, Quarry Road. So
Okay.
he was filming over there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So is like the names on that yellow stuff that stands for certain characters?
I don't think
people.
it stands for like characters or even like the name of the movie.
Mhm.
I think it's just like a code name that they just mutually like. Oh, let's just think of something. Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But
With like Lilo and Stitch, it's like Bad Dog or something like that.
Oh. Now-
so for
now we
people
know,
that didn't hear,
guys.
Kelsey thinks that Lilo and Stitch's set they use Bad Dog.
So if you guys see a yellow sign with bad dog,
Yep.
you know what it is.
But if you go down and you see a bad dog, you gotta run, bro. Just saying right now. So it's gonna be a chance, right? I might just put a yellow sign next to some pit bulls that say "bad dog," and you only gonna see Stitch.
Never
over there.
know. You would never know.
Yeah, you never know. I might put good dog, and then there might be something else.
That'll be Moana. That'll be Moana. Yeah.
Did you know they're gonna make a
Yes,
live action?
I seen that.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I think it's too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it's too soon.
Because they're doing live action for most of the older movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't. Did you watch Little Mermaid yet? I didn't watch that
No.
yet.
Did it come out?
I don't know. I remember seeing the
What do you think?
the
what do you think
trailers.
about that?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Okay, so we're actually gonna go into this. Okay, so my opinion about it, right? Because the Little Mermaid, they changed, Ariel from she was white.
Yeah.
Now she's African American.
Mhm.
I don't know how I feel about that because it's like I get the representation part about it,
Mhm.
but like Ariel, it's herself was
Yes.
white.
Yes.
So I feel like they could have stayed true to the story.
Yeah.
Could've-
I can agree with that because Mulan,
yeah,
they used.
an Asian girl.
Yes.
right?
What else?
Aladdin.
Aladdin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why change it now? Yeah.
Yeah, and then even Beauty and the Beast, like they had
Hermione from Harry Potter.
the Emma Watson. Is it
Oh,
Emma
yeah,
Watson?
there we go. I only know her as Hermione.
I almost called her Emma Stone, but that's the wrong Emma. But yeah, Emma Watson. Yeah, so they still had.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though she European, I guess that works out too, right? Because Belle European.
Yeah.
So with Ariel being African American,
Mhm.
kind of throws
Throws
off a
it,
little bit.
yeah. Threw it off, for sure.
Even Peter Pan and Wendy, I just saw the trailer for that, and it's not like, like a different race. or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Like, they're still.
Kevin Hart isn't playing Peter Pan.
Because he's that short. Kevin Hart's a real man now. You got to grow up, Kevin Hart. Oh my gosh, you are the Rock. See, you're poking fun at Kevin Hart.
Told you guys. I don't think. Look at his eyebrows
You
right
did
there.
the people's elbow,
you go.
people's eyebrow right there. Mr. Chante, you know what I mean? Speaking of Mr. Chante, so,
Yes.
how'd you get started with music? Because you actually, I read a little bit about it, and then you started with ukulele. You actually used to,
Yeah.
jam with your uncle.
Yeah. So back I want to say 5th grade, maybe younger. But my dad used to always have Kanakapila sessions in our. We used to live in an apartment in Makiki. A lot of people know it as 1106. Shout out to everybody that know 1106. But it's a little apartment down the road from Roosevelt High School. Shout out Roosevelt High School. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
My dad graduated from there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Roosevelt.
Oh shoot. What do you call? Bruno Mars graduated from there. I hope you guys know that. I had the same English teacher as him. Anyway, so they would have Kanakapila sessions. Of course, there'll be alcoholic beverages involved. And they'll just sing a bunch of Hawaiian songs, pass around the ukulele, pass around the guitar, and I would just watch. Being the young kid over there, I would just sit on the side and just listen. And then one day I wanted to learn the ukulele, so I picked it up. My dad showed me a song, and then I want to say it was like Hene Hene Kawaka or something was my first. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was one of those songs, and
The classics.
my family I'm pretty like reserved and like quiet, so they don't really know me for being like a talker or a guy to go on stage. You know, what I mean?
Okay.
They always knew me as being like a quiet one. So
Reserved.
just playing music, I would do it with just my dad and some of my uncles around. I did it once. I was real shy. I looked down. And I performed for my sister's graduation. Somebody has a video of it in my family, but I specifically remember that because it was Roxanne by Police. I think. Yeah. So my first ever performance, I was holding on to there was like a tent pole in front of me.
Okay.
So I was holding on to for dear life on that. I was nervous, and then I was like kind of mumbling. I don't want. Yeah. So I don't want to see the video now because I'm pretty sure it was like whoa, but that was like one of my first performance. Yeah, like my first gig, I guess you can call. But from there, I just kind of got more interested in music. Then I picked up the guitar. The first song I learned on the guitar was Ku'uhome o Kahalu'u. And I forget what the tuning is called. I don't play guitar too much now. It was a slack key tuning though. And my sister heard me play that one time and she's like, wait, you know how to play this song? I'm like, oh yeah. And then she's just tripping out. And then I started to get into like, okay, I see in a band like there's somebody playing guitar, ukulele, and a piano, and then for some reason in my head I was thinking that they would be playing different chords because I don't know, it's different instruments. So I thought if a guitar plays a G, ukulele would have to play like a C or something. But I learned out. I found out later on that they all play the same thing. I think what I got that from was band. So I went to Quantico Middle School. And I was in band my 6th, 7th, and 8th grade year. But I learned that, the saxophone is tuned in a certain key, the trumpet is in a certain key. And then my first instrument in band was I want to say the alto sax. So I played alto sax for 1 year, or 2 years maybe. And then I switched over to the drums.
Nice.
Yeah, sorry, this is a long journey.
No.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so I switched over to drums because my cousin was in a reggae band called Irish Souls. And I used to watch them practice at my auntie's house. And there was just like this thing on reggae hi-hats that my cousin did that I always wanted to learn. It was like an off timing kind of sound. I was like,
okay,
how do you do that? It's like, oh, just I was like, what is that? So just trying to learn that timing at my auntie's house, and then it's like, you know what? Let me go learn it at band. And my band teacher, Mr. Hasuko, I seen him once at Waihole Poi Factory. But
for real?
yeah, and he remembers me. I was like, oh, that's crazy because I used to have long hair, like a little mullet. It was
for real?
Yes.
I can't imagine.
Yes,
that's nuts.
And I also heard you played volleyball too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What position did you play?
Honestly, I played in the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't pass for nothing, so I was mostly in the front. But anyways, sorry, I went off topic. But my band teacher, Mr. Hasuko, he liked how I practice, and he's seen like how I grew playing the saxophone. And that last minute switch on my last year in 8th grade, people they don't let people do that normally.
Okay.
But he knew that I would pick up fast. So shout out to Mr. Asuko for believing in me. And what do you call? He still remembers my mom, and it was just crazy that he remembered me specifically. But I told him that yeah, I'm out here performing music now. I'm traveling, playing music, and he's like, oh wow, that's great to hear. So that was my little band spiel. And then in high school, I kind of stopped with band. I started doing more sports. So I was playing sports throughout middle school and stuff too, like basketball, football. But in high school, I stopped band because it would just clash. It would have clashed with all my sports stuff.
Oh, okay.
So my freshman, sophomore, junior year, I played football. Senior year, I sat out. Decided to pursue music more. But from freshman to senior year, I played basketball and volleyball. I learned that volleyball was a pretty fun sport.
That's pretty
and
cool, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I actually joined just for fun, and other reasons why volleyball is fun too. There's a lot of girls involved as well, but that's actually how I met my girlfriend now.
Oh, for real?
She was a volleyball manager,
Oh, okay.
and she just fell in love with the beautiful long
The
hair.
mullet,
I think,
right?
yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what it
And
was.
you and then oh, sorry,
Yeah. So
Japanese Filipino, by the way.
so yeah, I found out volleyball was good, and I was pretty decent at it. I ended up being number 2 in the state. I can't remember.
Wow.
Yeah, I was number 2 in the state in the OIAs. Middle blocker. I couldn't pass for nothing, so the little barrel would
That's
take
an
me out.
important position, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I joined it for fun to actually jump higher in basketball, and I ended up liking it. So yeah, that was the whole sports thing. And then my senior year, I decided to sit out of football, and then I pursued music more. So we actually had a band called Soul Roots in high school. We was playing around.
Very solid and then so rude.
Yes. So it's not Soul Roots. It's SO. Soul Roots.
Oh, Soul Roots.
Yeah, like
Oh, okay.
yeah, but pretty similar.
Yeah.
So we were doing gigs and stuff. I want to say our junior year, but we didn't get really serious until we were seniors in high school. And we play at all of our friends' grad parties. And after high school, we started to do more bar gigs and just get out more. And we kind of was growing, making a name for ourselves out in the music scene. And that's kind of how we met Clandon and Lapana.
Okay.
So they actually, I went to Mele with them, and then I asked them to jump on with us because our bass player left for Alaska. Shout out to Po'o. I still talk to him now. And every time we go out to Alaska, he's always at our show. So
Oh, nice.
it's pretty cool. So our bass player left, and then our drummer left to go move to, I want to say it was Oregon at the time.
Okay.
But he's back home now. He's a cop now.
Oh.
That's great. Yeah. Got some cop friends. Then,
That's the HPD.
yeah. Big ups HPD guys. Yes, sir. And then so we had a little revamp of Soul Roots with the 2 new additions, Lapana and Clandon. And we started playing at a lot more shows. Then the OGs of the music industry started to recognize us. And then we just, I felt like we didn't grow apart, but we just wanted different things. So I want to say maybe 5 or 6 years ago is when I started to go solo.
Okay.
But it wasn't a bad breakup. People still ask us now, like, oh, what happened with the band? Was there something? Like, no, there's nothing bad. We just decided to do our own things. So Lapana is a great producer now that, he produced with guys like The Green, Lickle Jordy.
Oh, okay.
He did a couple tunes with, like, I want to say Sammy J and a bunch of other artists.
Yeah.
But and he's been working with me as well. He actually helped produce my latest single, Next to You, and a couple other singles that's on my discography. Yeah. So we still keep in touch. And Clandon, he also plays bass with J Boog. So when we go on the road with J Boog.
Nice.
So it's pretty much like a family on the road, you know what I mean? So it's guys I grew up with in the music industry. And so I can't remember what date it was, but 6, maybe 5, maybe longer, is when I started my solo career. And I just wanted to focus and do stuff I want to do.
Yeah.
And not so much worry about other people, like their input. and like we'd have to go through this. We'd have to have a bunch of meetings just to figure out one thing. So I kind of just want to do my own thing.
Yeah.
And it's been working out pretty well for me so far. And shout out to all the guys that's been helping me grow. You know what I mean? Because it started out. I mean, it's for the most part, it's still mostly me doing whatever I have to do. But there's individuals that help me in parts that I can't do, or like I don't want to do either.
Yeah.
So it definitely takes a team, but for me, I rather put the responsibility on myself for the for everything that I'm doing. So if I mess up, I cannot blame anybody else.
Yeah.
Like, I messed up because I didn't do this or didn't do so and so. So
You're owning your own future.
yes.
Yeah.
So I want to be responsible for that. And until I find somebody that's on the same level as me for my career, is when I'll give the responsibility to someone else. I say for me, that's how I look at it right now. Yeah.
Because like we had Ihalave on
Yeah.
the show too. He was going through a similar transition as well because he was him and his dad were doing Sons of Yeshua
Yes.
for a long time, right? Since I've known him since like over 10 years maybe. Actually no, 10 years. Actually exactly 10 years.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe, yeah. And from there, I remember he really wanted to go into other things because he would show me like his electronic stuff. Like his orchestrate stuff. I was like, man, this guy like loves to expand it. And then now he's like going into his own solo career. I mean, he still plays with his dad.
Yeah.
But it's different now because like he has a solo career. He's really expanding on it, and like for yourself too. It's that same thing.
Yes.
But it's not like it's a breakup. It's just
Yeah.
you guys just want to expand.
Yeah, I still keep
music.
in contact with everyone that I worked with before. I try to keep a good relationship with everyone I worked with. I feel like this, especially in Hawaii, I think this industry is way too small to burn bridges with people.
Definitely, yeah.
So I feel like in order to be successful, you got to have good relationships with everyone. And yeah, I mean, just don't burn bridges. For me, anyway. That's how I look.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's like the Hawaii way too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the whole thing with Aloha Spirit. I was talking about this. Who was I? Maybe it was Olani Silva. She's a recording artist too.
Okay.
But because I think she was asking me about Aloha. So like Aloha in itself, I think is about sharing, right? So like if people that live here, it's if they know about Aloha, they know about the sharing part, right? So I think like burning bridges, it's just.
I feel like it's like even a lifestyle, like without even saying anything, you just can kind of feel if somebody has it or doesn't,
Yeah.
And in the mainland, it's very dog eat dog world out there. Here, I feel like people care more for each other in that sense. Yeah.
So musically, have you tried to expand in like the more into the U.S., like the States and stuff?
Yes. So earlier this year, I think it started February 7th, I want to say. I went on the road with J-Boog, but he's huge out on the mainland, especially the West Coast. So we did like a whole West Coast run. And luckily and thankfully, he let me, do a little verse on one of his songs.
Oh.
So it was kind of like my introduction to the mainland scene. And people have been asking me for me to come out there, but for a band to fly from Hawaii to the mainland, the expense is crazy. So it just has to make sense. But luckily, he let me do a little verse on his set, and everywhere we went, I met new people, met different promoters, and made some fans out there. So hopefully, soon I can have my own show out there.
Yeah.
But it was good to kind of interact and just meet some of the fans out there, because I do have some fans in the mainland. It's crazy to me because we're stuck on an island, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
people are listening to my music, so it was great to meet them and just experience music outside of Hawaii. It was crazy, yeah.
Yeah. Even this podcast, like, I remember there was like people that like from the Netherlands,
Oh yeah.
or I still see the analytics, and then like Netherlands or Mexico, and I'm like, I kind of trying to figure out, can they understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I don't have anything that's
Yeah,
translating
translating,
to
yeah,
another
yeah.
language. So, but it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool that they're
I
listening.
think a
out there.
weird one I had was like Ireland and like, yeah, like
While they're drinking.
it's like, oh, let's listen to this. Like, sure, but yeah, there's some weird, or not weird countries, but just countries I wouldn't think
Right.
would be listening to my stuff,
Yeah.
and maybe they came upon it by accident, but still, it was cool to
Found some
see.
gold, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Drinking Heinekens, and then all of a sudden, hey,
Rainbow landed right on my
Mr. Sean
Spotify. Yeah,
this is Mr. Sean over here. Yeah. Let's jam this stuff right there.
Yeah.
And then they start skanking, in the bars.
with their whiskey,
And their Lucky Charms over there. But,
Whoa.
Shasta Island. That's pretty cool, though. I mean, that, like, you'd be surprised, like, how much people can
Yeah.
hear from different areas of the world. And you're wondering, it's like, I think music is cool because, like, the thing about music is, like, I think some people, they can't understand the words, but they can understand the feeling of it
Yes.
musically.
Universal language, right
Yeah,
there.
it's a universal language. So, like, they understand that feeling, that emphasis on it. So when they hear it, even if they don't understand it, they're like, man, I get it. It's a chill
Yeah.
vibe, or he's talking about this, like, so they get it that way, or they interpret it differently. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
And then, like, where would be some place that you would want to perform at, like your dream place?
Ooh. Well, it's kind of intimidating, but I kind of want to perform at Jamaica.
Oh,
But
wow.
that's the homeland of
Yeah.
reggae music. You know what I mean? I did get to play there with J Boog. It wasn't in Jamaica, but it was on a boat cruise from Miami to Jamaica.
Okay.
And then back to Miami. But it just the culture there is it's crazy, and like, you know how our pop music is like rap and hip hop.
Yeah.
So like their pop music is reggae. Like you go to the stores, you hear reggae. You go to like the convenience stores, it's all reggae music. So
Wow, that's crazy.
it was cool to see and kind of get to live that. But Jamaica is somewhere I wouldn't mind playing, just to see if we can hang with the big dogs in Jamaica. Yeah,
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that because I never thought about going to Jamaica yet. But, like, I know, and I'm trying to find Jamaican food. Supposedly there's one here in Kaneohe.
yes. I'm not too sure if there's any here, but we had some good Jamaican food, and the one thing that stuck out to me is called, like, I think it's called Festival
Okay.
bread. It's like a bread,
Oh.
but it's like it kind of reminds me of like a mochi bread.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little sweet, but not mochi sweet. I don't know how to explain it, but they use it with everything, like their brown stew fish.
Oh, wow.
That's probably one of my favorite. So I would just be dipping that, and then I guess they were looking at us weird, but we ordered a bunch of festival bread to go.
Okay.
Like, oh yeah, can we get another order to go? And I was like, what? Because I guess that's like their rice.
Oh.
But to us, it was like, oh, this one of the best breads we had ever. Yeah.
How's is it like real soft, the texture? Or?
Yeah. So it's like really similar to mochi. Like the I want to say the texture I can compare it to is you know the round ring donuts.
the mochi
Yeah.
donuts.
Yeah. So it's kind of like that kind of
Looks
texture.
like a Akuma,
Yeah. So it's like less, not as chewy as that, but like close, similar
Oh,
to
really?
that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of how it would taste now, or like the texture, because it's a little. I guess it's like a little gummy then.
Yeah, a little.
A little.
I don't know how to explain it. You just got to try it. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And I'm not too sure of any Jamaican spots here, but I would like to try some to see if it tastes the same as.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because supposedly there's one across Windward Mall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
And-
think there was one in North Shore area too. So.
Oh, okay. I gotta try that too.
Yeah.
But if I see if I don't see a Jamaican person
Yeah.
making it, I might question that.
Yeah, yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
a little bit. Unless they were from Jamaica.
Yeah.
But if they're from Japan, I might question that a little bit.
Well, there's some guys that live in Jamaica that's from Japan as well.
Really?
Yeah. I met
That's so trippy.
I met a sound system, it's called. So it's kind of like they're DJs and like MCs and stuff, but I want to say they're either from Japan and moved to Jamaica, or but they're like Japanese,
That's crazy.
and they have full on Jamaican accents. Their patois is like
Really?
heavy, and it's like,
what the heck?
shoot. But yeah, it was crazy meeting them out in Jamaica.
Oh my god.
And they were fully invested in like the reggae culture and like the Jamaican scene. So it was cool to see that. And the Jamaican people accepted them, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Okay, well then if there's a Japanese person,
Yeah.
I might not question that, actually.
I think you're right. I think it's called
Oh.
Island Patty in Kaneo.
Island Patty.
Island
Oh,
Patty.
see?
We're going to come check you guys out, Island
Yeah.
Patty. For sure.
Might be a Japanese person cooking over there.
And it's probably going to be great.
Yeah. Because he might be from Jamaica. If I gotta hear his accent though. I gotta check his accent first. So Island Patty. It's not just a shout out, it's a shout to you. You know what I mean?
We're coming.
We're coming.
We're trying it.
Get that patty, you know what I'm saying?
Let's get that festival bread.
Festival. Actually, that makes sense. If it's like mochi texture, then maybe there's a connection there. They're bringing mochi
I don't
powder.
know. Yeah, I don't know what
That's kind of interesting.
I don't know what it was, but Island Patty, I want to check that out for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Okay.
just the way they stew their fish, I don't know what it was, but it was good.
Okay.
And it was a little spicy, but I kind of like spicy,
Mm.
so I loved it.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. That's very interesting.
Hmm.
I want to switch topics a little bit to go to talk about your EP, right? Because you released your EP last year.
Last year in February.
in February.
Yeah.
So, talk to us about how you got everything together. And is this your first E EP?
Yes, so that was my first EP, which dropped February 5th of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's just, I remember that date specifically because it was my birthday.
Oh, wow.
So I dropped it on my birthday.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And luckily I got to chart on the reggae charts at number 1. And this being my debut EP, you know,
Wow.
I felt like it was a pretty great achievement for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to think of it as my introduction to the scene as a solo artist. You know what I mean? In the actual cover itself, there's a flower that I'm trying to think of the name. I want to say it's a kuli flower, but it grows in like certain environments, and like it has to have the perfect conditions for it to bloom and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So the akuli flower was my grandma's favorite flower, and she lived up in Waimea on the Big Island, and it grows up there.
Oh.
So like the conditions have to be right, like, you know, the temperature, you know, the water and all that stuff has to be perfect for it to bloom. And I kind of took that as like for me, in order for me to grow and get, you know, better in the industry and better musically and all that stuff,
Yeah.
I need the correct environment. You know, I need the right people around me. I need to have
Festival bread.
yes, of course.
The right festival.
So yeah, I thought of myself as the flower. So in the cover art, I have the kuli kind of going through
right.
going through
Going through your
yeah.
face.
yeah. So right now in that picture, it's not flowered yet. It's just starting to bud. So it's not going to open up yet anytime soon. And so the message behind that is I kind of want to, this is like the start where, you know, I plant the kuli flower, and you know, later on in the future, as I release more stuff, you'll see the growth. Hopefully you can see the growth
Interesting.
through my music and the stuff I release. So that was like the idea behind the cover art and stuff.
Oh, so are you gonna do similar?
Yes. So I want to have the
wow.
akuli
I
kuli
like
flower throughout my at least for the the albums and EPs.
Mhm.
I want to have that. But the singles are a little more of whatever
Yeah.
the single's about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, specific.
Oh,
So
that's cool. I like that.
yeah. So that was like the little thing behind the whole EP. Just my introduction. You know, the style of reggae I'm hitting in the EP too is not all the same. So like there's little dancehall vibes, lovers, reggae music, and just like a bunch of different sides to me to kind of. I just wanted to
Yeah.
show that. Yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you gonna primarily stick with reggae, or do you want to go with? other
Yeah.
genres?
So I mean, I growing up, I love to listen to like hip hop and R&B stuff.
Mhm.
And I think it was because my family didn't really listen to it. My parents, they
Oh,
listened to
okay.
like Hawaiian 105 or like all the Hawaiian stations and the reggae stations too once in a while. But I got a little taste of it when I was like in middle school. Like friends would be listening to this, like, oh, what is this?
Yeah, yeah.
I want to hear this. So I had to kind of like dig through. And YouTube wasn't really big back in middle school. I mean, it just started, I want to say.
Yeah, yeah.
So we couldn't really find music like wherever. We
Yeah.
had to watch it like on MTV. So
Mhm.
whenever I got to watch stuff
Or
on TV.
CDs, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I used to have to watch it on MTV. Like, oh wow, I love this. So I've hopefully in the future I want to do something more hip hop related, because I want to say a lot of Jamaican artists was influenced by the American culture, and like even rapping is similar to a style of reggae that they have out in Jamaica too.
Mm.
It's more like chanting or like spitting bars, but with
Mhm.
a little more melody to it and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, musically it's composed differently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting. So, have you ever tried like just freestyling too?
I cannot freestyle.
Oh.
Like not off the head. Yeah. I'm more of a sit down, write, listen to it over and over and over. I tried in high school back with a bunch of friends, but it was horrible. Yeah, it was just a bunch of rhyming words that doesn't make any sense. Like cool, but I wouldn't put it on a record or anything for sure.
That's pretty cool though. So like, and I see that in your remix Mondays because you
Yeah.
always do different genres
Yeah.
as well, right? You do Usher.
Yeah, I love the 2000 R&Bs, the 90s R&Bs, and when I do a bunch of my acoustic gigs, a lot of people are surprised because of the music we play. They would expect us to be a lot older than what we are, and it's like, oh, it's surprised that you guys listen to this music. It's like, we love this growing up. Yeah,
Huh.
we love this, all of this R&B stuff.
Yeah, it really vibes, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Does it influence some of your songs?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I can't tell you specifically how it does, but I know I hear things a certain way because of listening to like the R&B music and stuff. So like not just like casually doing it without really thinking about it. I feel like that's how it comes through my music.
Do you have a musical artist now that you would want to tour with, like outside of reggae?
Oh, outside of reggae, I don't know. Because just like for the past 5 years, I've been trying to dig more into reggae music and what's happening. I don't know. I mean, besides reggae, I still think I would have to go with like Alborosie and J Boog, of course. I can't think of any. Maybe her.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
She's good.
but she also has a little tie to reggae too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know
so-
that. Huh.
I feel like reggae influences a bunch of other genres,
The
and vice
dub.
versa, and
Yeah.
vice versa. Yeah. So maybe her. I would love to go on tour with Rihanna. Rihanna, if you're listening, Rihanna, put me on tour, girl.
After she gives birth.
Yes. No, I mean whenever she can go on tour right now, and I'll be right there.
While she's giving birth. But if it was like a Super Bowl halftime show,
I don't know if I would be ready for that. Honestly, that'd be a whole nother. I feel like that's a whole nother level of like. Because first of all, I think to get to that point, you have to be familiar with masses, like millions and millions of people, and they wouldn't ask you if you're just like somebody off the street. You know what I mean? Like a small little artist, but to perform at the Super Bowl. Well, if you look at it, Bruno Mars did it, and he came from the same high school I came from. You know what I mean? So if he could do
my
it,
dad came. Yeah, my dad came from.
Yeah, so we're pretty much related now, guys.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. But if he can do it, I'm pretty sure anybody can do it. You know what I mean?
And I think like for those Super Bowl performances too, like you would have to really have someone that choreograph
The whole thing. Yeah.
the whole thing, because like
There's a whole production behind that.
especially
And
for
I know-
camera work and everything too.
Yeah, I feel like I don't think you get paid as an artist to perform there, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh really?
Yeah, but they pay for everything, like all the production.
Oh.
So like if you have like all these big extravagant in the air stuff, I think they take care of all those costs.
Oh okay.
But I think the takeaway behind it is all the promotion it's gonna get and the attention you're gonna get. So ideally, you would want to have, some kind of project waiting to release right after the Super Bowl or something like that. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's the way to make money from it, from a big platform like that. Yeah.
Because I think Rihanna, she, I think it was like one of her beauty lines,
Fenty.
something like that, and it like the stock went way up right after she showcased it during the Super Bowl halftime, and then even like Justin Timberlake, like he had his new album that just came out, and then he performed some of the songs from that album.
Yeah.
I forgot which year he did it. It was like a few years ago, maybe 1 or 2 years, but and then that was from his new album, and then that went up.
I feel like, and I'm pretty sure they're already thinking about it. If they're going to take a Super Bowl performance like that, they're already thinking about their next step. Which it should be like that anyway. You know. What I mean?
What do you think about that Super Bowl performance? The not Rihanna's one, but the one before that, where they had like Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre.
That was great.
That was great.
Yeah, that was my whole era of music. I love all of that. And when 50 Cent came upside down I was like, what? How is he doing that? But
Mary J. Blige was there too, right?
Yes, she was. Eminem, who else? Snoop Dogg, Kendrick. Oh yeah, he started it. Yeah,
I think he started it.
Yeah.
There's
a couple more people.
Because that had Snoop. And
Yeah.
had Dre, 50 Cent, Mary J. Blige. Was that it? Eminem, yeah.
Was Eve there too, or no? I thought there was another
Trying to
girl.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
EVE.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I can't remember, but
It was a nuts lineup.
yes,
Yeah.
I remember that one specifically. Yeah,
Because when I listened to that, I was like, "Oh, that's my genre of music right there."
Yeah.
Like I grew up listening to Dre and Eminem, and then even Diddy. Some. Diddy
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Shout out to Diddy.
I just recently watched that the Biggie Smalls documentary, or not documentary, but the movie about him.
Yeah.
I just watched it again recently. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. That pastime was so. That was like a renaissance of music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's hard to recreate that, or like, not the I think the music is different now. You know what I mean? People are gravitating to different music now, but I don't think you can ever replace that era of music, for sure.
And they even had like a different West Coast and East Coast kind of beats.
Yes.
That
you
really-
could definitely you could feel it.
You could
tell
feel
it's-
it.
Yeah.
And you could listen to it, and you could already identify that's a West Coast beat. That's an East Coast beat. And they always had that kind of rivalry.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was friendly, sometimes it wasn't
Yeah.
so friendly, but I mean, that time was legendary.
Quick question: do you think Biggie Smalls is still alive? or Tupac? Do you think they're still alive somewhere?
Maybe they're cruising with Michael Jackson somewhere.
That's what I'm thinking, man.
Antarctica.
Collecting their royalties.
Yeah, Antarctica.
But I don't know if I would want to live like that, though. I don't know if I want to live undercover and have all that money to do nothing with. You know what I mean?
I mean, you never know. You know, maybe they're on another planet. You know what I'm saying?
Could be.
Mars, right?
Yes.
You know, maybe the moon. You know what I mean? I was just joking about our friend about the moon landing being fake.
I wouldn't doubt that either, but let's not get into that. Let's not get into that.
Well, they could be walking amongst us, because there was that one guy. I'm trying to think of that picture. There was a guy that looked just like Tupac. But it wasn't Tupac.
Well, if you go to Las Vegas, you see you see the guy walking around that's dressed as Tupac.
But not so much Biggie Smalls.
No, if I'm not mistaken, I think they have a like a little version too, a mini version of Tupac too.
Really?
Yes.
Mini Pac?
Yes. No joke. I seen it. I was like, what is going on here?
One Pac.
Yeah. Pac. Just Pac.
0.5 Pac over there.
Pac goose.
Pac over there. Actually, there was I saw my friend went to it was, I don't know if it was a concert or something, but there was a show in Waikiki at Royal Hawaiian, and the top floor there's a
where they reenact like Michael Jackson. Yeah, okay.
I didn't know that until recently, and I was like, what the heck is this? And then they do like I thought it was crazy that they have Michael Jackson, and then she also filmed the fire dancing or the fire spinners, and I was like, I never thought about Michael Jackson and fire spinners in the same thing, the same show. So that's pretty crazy. Where was your favorite place to perform at so far?
I like California in Monterey.
Oh, okay.
It was a big festival called Cali Roots Festival, a big reggae festival, and it was the first time I've seen that much people for reggae music, like at a festival. Like I don't even know how much it was. It was that was the biggest crowd I ever seen.
Oh, okay.
And you know, I want to say that festival is maybe over 5 years and running, possibly. I think longer actually. But when we were playing as Soul Roots, that was kind of one of our dream places to play is at Cali Roots Festival, and to finally go there and experience it, it's pretty crazy. We got to meet a bunch of, believe it or not, there's a bunch of Hawaii musicians and artists that's playing in a bunch of mainland reggae bands. And
oh, really?
Yeah. So when we go to these festivals and stuff, it's just like a big Hawaii reunion. Honestly, there's a bunch of Hawaii guys, and we just even if we don't know them and we meet them there, it's automatically family out there. So Monterey for sure was crazy, and it was just out in a random, I want to say, I don't know if it was a desert, but it's just someplace I wouldn't expect to have a concert. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's like a campground. So it's like camping area. So you can camp there for the whole weekend, and then you come into the festival throughout the day. And the festival goes on to 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, I want to say.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's one of those festivals, long festivals.
Everybody's drinking the whole night.
Side note, another place I love playing is Waikiki Shell. Just growing up as a kid. I know in high school I made like a little goal list, and a goal of mine was to play at the Shell before I turned 21.
Wow.
So I got to do it multiple times now already, but
what was it before 21?
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay, good.
So another goal was to tour in the mainland before I was 21.
Oh.
And I did it. Actually, I did it right when I was 21 because I was able to drink in Vegas. So that was fun. But what do you call? Just performing at the Shell, and just, you know, growing up as a kid, seeing the concerts there and getting to be on that stage. You know what I mean? So that's one of my favorite places to play, and I hope they stay around longer. I know they've been having troubles with like sound
Oh yeah, that's what I heard.
sound
too.
issues and stuff.
Yeah,
So we'll see. We'll see.
yeah,
But
because like Aloha Stadium just closed.
yeah,
right?
but they're still gonna have a concert there.
They're still gonna have a
Yeah.
concert. Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be in a parking lot because
oh really?
I believe like a promoter has permits for that area for a couple more years, so you can still throw more concerts
Wow.
there. Yeah,
So where they have like the 58th State Fair, maybe.
I think in that area. Yeah,
Oh okay,
I believe
makes
so.
sense.
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
So, I mean, what do you think about that? Like Waikiki Shell, like, do you think they have to like maybe renovate it a little bit?
I don't know. I feel like the way they made. I can't remember if it's facing the ocean, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I feel like the shell wasn't made for the guys on stage because during like 4 or 5 o'clock, the hot times, the sun is
The
just
sun's
beaming on you.
beaming,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's hot up there. I feel like something to kind of block that would help, but I don't know what they can do to help muffle the sounds. And I feel like the only people that would be worried about that is the hotels around there. I don't think there's too much residential areas
Yeah.
near the shell anyway. But it's probably echoing off of the Diamond Head and stuff too, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know. I just feel like maybe something to
Cover.
cover and help tone down the sound too.
Oh.
That's what I would do. But we'll see if they change
something.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like right now, like I remember going to like birthday bash and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And yeah, you're right. The sun would be beaming at 5 o'clock, and it's going straight
Yeah.
towards them. But then yeah, it's just my back of the head. Like I can see them clearly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can imagine as a performer.
So a couple times my keyboard overheated on stage.
Oh, dang.
So it kind of just froze, and there's nothing really you can do.
Gotta bring on
Water.
the toy.
Oh, the little Casio piano.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jing, jung, jing, jung.
Bring up a xylophone out
Yeah.
real quick. But man, that's crazy. Like as a performer, like I guess that's why they put like a lot of bigger bands. They do them at the end
Yeah.
because like it's nighttime. Then now they're
Yeah.
they're all
Not
good
worried
to go.
about. Yeah.
They put the opening acts
Yeah.
5 o'clock.
And I've been in that opening slot for years already, and it's hot up there. Everyone who's played there, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah.
That's nuts. So let's talk about your EP actually. So you called it Ready, right? What is the significance of?
That's just the opening track, and I guess for me, looking at like a different perspective, it's like I'm finally ready to showcase what I have and what I want to do in this scene, and not things I want to change, but just music I want to do. It's just me being ready for it, and like I said, it's the intro to my whole career.
Yeah.
And since then, I feel like a lot of people has grown to my music and are kind of understanding me a lot more. And like my last couple singles has been pretty successful as far as like radio play and like attention, and like a bunch of people just vibing to the track. So I feel like Radio is a perfect name for the start of my new solo career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the very first song.
Yes. So like the lyrics in is like them not ready for me, or so the world isn't ready for what I want to drop in all the music I have.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the idea I had behind it. Yeah.
Cool. And then you also have another song called Metals.
Yes.
Which I think is interesting because you, it came out, or did you write it during COVID or in quarantine?
I want to. No. I released it during quarantine.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like before quarantine. Like it was done. I want to say a year before I released it.
Wow.
And I guess
That's
just the
nuts.
timing. Yeah, just the timing worked out perfect. But
Mm-hmm.
it was just like not really giving up, but just like questioning, doing this music stuff. And I wasn't really planning to quit or anything, but when I released it, a lot of people was like, "Hey man, I was like, I hope everything's like, oh yeah, everything is good, man." Like,
Oh, that's like perfect time.
yeah. I was like, oh no, everything is good. It's like, oh no, yeah, I know like it's been crazy during quarantine. I was like, oh yeah. I'm not even thinking about quitting music, bro. And it's like, oh okay, yeah. I just had to check because I heard the song. I was like, oh yeah, no, I wrote this a year ago. Well, with a friend of mine, Freddie Leon. But we wrote that, and I think just to capture that feeling in that time, you know what I mean? I feel like that's what music is about, just capturing a feeling. And it made people feel,
Expressing yourself.
it made people feel that the way I felt at that time, you know what I mean? So I think I did a good job with that, doing that song.
Yeah. Because like one of the lines is, am I in out of my league now? Never seem to be winning the race. I keep coming in second place.
Yeah.
And I was like, putting that in like a quarantine sense, it's like, dang,
Yeah.
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so it fit perfect. I mean, like, I didn't really think about that as far as that's timing. We kind of just released it, and we wanted to release it, and then it worked out perfect. Like, wow. Am I out of my league now? Never seem to be winning the race. Yeah, so it's just like, the feeling of not being the best in whatever you do, like anything you do, not just music, but I felt like I wasn't the one, or like I see all of my friends, surpassing all my successes, and just seeing. I wasn't so much like jealous. I was more so like, why am I not, succeeding the way they are, and what do I have to do? And I just have to take a step back and realize that everyone has their own timeline, and once you start comparing yourself to others, that's a losing battle already. So I just wanna, from then on, I just wanted to be in a competition with myself, trying to get better for myself, and I felt like that was a significant line right there for that song. Yeah,
because like for you're right. Like even for me, like for podcasting, I used to have that mindset too. Like before I came up with a new name, like before that, I was like, like I took a break during COVID, from like August 2020 to December 2021, and I thought the same thing before that. Like, dang, like I keep comparing myself, and I didn't want to. Because
it's the human thing to do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's just a human thing to do, and like you just see it.
Yeah.
And our eyes deceive. They can deceive us, because then once we see something or we hear it, it goes to our minds, and then we're starting to, understand different things. We start interpreting it, right?
Yeah.
And then, like that, I really like that song, because it's like, it's not about the medals. Like we're not trying to collect medals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't want to keep thinking of myself as second place, silver. I want to keep thinking of myself as gold in my own lane.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So I really like that song.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, and it touched a lot of people that I wasn't expecting. You know what I mean? Just from that line specifically, multiple people came up to talk to me about it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm all good, man." You just. But I got over it. As far as like, I just really stress for not just artists but everyone in general to not really compare yourself to someone else, and just focus on doing you and doing the best you can do in whatever you do. You know what I mean? Even though it sounds corny as heck, but consistency. I feel like consistency and hard work beats talent all the time. So I know for me, I'm not the strongest singer, but I try to do the best in whatever I'm great at. You know what I mean? And just focus on that one trait that I have.
Yeah.
So I would consider myself closer to like a melodic rapper, I want to say, yeah. So I try to focus more on my lyrics and
And your delivery.
yes, and I enjoy doing production too. So just making the song as great as I can. Yeah.
Same thing for me. Like I just try to focus on doing cool stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and I feel like people will catch on. So I've been doing Remix Mondays every week. I kind of stopped after I came back home from tour, just to kind of,
Yeah, relax.
reset.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to reset, rethink strategies as far as like content and how I can not necessarily monetize it, but just make it work better for my career. And but just from that Remix Monday stuff, people just kept seeing my face, and then it was just the consistency, and it got me more familiar, or my face was more familiar to people I don't know, and not knowingly they chose to listen to my song because I just kept being in front of their face. You know what I mean? So I think just being everywhere, especially as an artist, is always a good thing for sure.
I heard that recently from another one of my friends, Aries J. He's a rap artist here. Actually, he owns a washing or laundry business
Oh,
in Kailua now.
okay.
So shout outs to Aries J. But
Yes. Sir.
he was saying the same thing with one of our mutual friends, Asaya Scott,
Oh, yeah.
Mad King.
Yes.
Because like Asaya is really trying to push himself as as an artist, right? Trying to get more out there, but then Aries is like you just got to get out there even more, like face wise.
Yeah. And like just being at events.
Yeah, just being
Like,
at events.
You don't have
Yeah.
to know anybody. Like just showing. Like so, I try to go as much events as I can. So like I went out to go support the bands that were playing at the Moani band
Yeah, the
band clash.
yeah.
Yeah, and just going out there and then just saying hi to people, and I feel like you gotta be in the scene.
Spencer.
Yeah. Oh, in fact, yeah. I went to go see him. Who else was playing that night? Travelers.
Yeah.
Pacific Rhythm, and there's the Wavy Boys. Wavy. Yeah, but yeah, it's just great to see the community coming together and just supporting each other. So I try to show my face as much places as I can. Not necessarily to gain anything really,
Yeah.
just to kind of be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing for me. Like I more focused now, especially like within like this year as well as a little bit end of last year, because of like COVID's starting to die down,
Yeah.
right? And then like more events are open to like the public, so like my goal now is just to kind of like get myself out there, even if I don't know anybody there.
Yeah.
It's like it's just a good way to just be around people and
Yeah, I feel like COVID for me brought out good stuff in me as far as like, so my main income was gigging and performing, acoustic gigs, full band gigs, and all of that stopped. So we kind of had to take a step back, reevaluate how we can make money now during quarantine, and I feel like what a bunch of artists was lacking was social media presence and just doing online stuff. And everyone has access to it now, you know what I mean? So it's way more easy for someone in California to watch what you're doing here in Hawaii, you know what I mean? So I feel like during quarantine, I kind of stepped up my game with social media and all that stuff. And it worked out for the best. And then to continue to do that to now that we're out of COVID, you know what I mean? I feel like it'll benefit any artists in general to just keep up with social media and being out there.
just being places
Yeah.
in the moment.
Yeah.
Because I guess people can connect,
Yeah.
with the face more. That's also something I learned too. Like I was doing a lot of that, especially when I was doing my podcast before I changed the name. But I was like getting to places, just really showing my face because it's like I guess people can connect to that. Like,
Yeah.
oh wow, that's the guy. And then that's like another reason why I have my hat. Like it has
Mhm.
the name of my podcast on it, because like then they can kind of, they can kind of connect the two.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, oh, he's here. Like, what the
Yeah.
heck, in
Yeah.
flesh. I remember just meeting people randomly. Like, there was one guy I met at Popeyes. He was listening to the podcast, but he recognized my hat.
Yeah.
And he came up to my wife and I, and he's like, hey, shouts to Roy, but I listened to your podcast, and you're doing a good job. And I was like, man, that's cool.
crazy. Yeah.
I mean, like, just like seeing like small instances like that.
Yeah,
It's really rewarding. But
yes.
but it's cool to see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then just to meet
And
people.
yeah, so like even when I'll run into people, and sometimes I feel like they're staring at me, and I was like, oh man, I'm thinking to myself like, oh, what did I do? But then they're just sometimes they're just scared to say hi or whatever. So and usually I feel weird because it's like, oh, did I do something? Did I mess up something? So I was like, oh shoot. So I just, hey, how's it? And they're like, oh, hi. I was like, oh, okay, maybe you recognize me from my music, possibly. I don't know. But to everyone that's watching, if you guys see me out there, don't be afraid to say hi. I'll say hi back. I promise.
You can be afraid to say hi to me though. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Now, actually, so some people, like even my friends, I think it's just because my eyesight's kind of bad, but sometimes I have to like squint.
Same. So
When I'm looking straight at them, and they're like, this guy?
yeah.
I'm sorry. It's just I can't see you.
Same thing, guys. All right. See, I have glasses, right? Even with this glasses, a little blurry sometimes. But like people I know, or maybe just like met them a couple times.
Yeah.
But I still would recognize them. They'll be far away, and then they're waving at me, and then like I'm kind of like, oh, you looking at me? I'm not ignoring you guys. Just know I can't see. I can't see you guys.
That happened with my cousin.
Yeah.
My cousin-in-law, and she was walking towards me at Winter Mall,
And you just passed her, huh?
and I was about to pass her, and she's like, "Kevin,
You're not gonna
And I was
say
like-
hi?
And I was like, "Oh shoot, I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Sarah. It's not you. It's me.
It happens. It happens to me a bunch, and it was more frequent in high school. One of my boys, Royce, he was. So there was like a balcony above me, and then I was walking out of class, and then all I hear is "oh," and then he was like on this side, and I looked the total opposite way. Oh, and then he's like, "Bro, movie." I was like, "Oh, yes." So it was just stuff like that, and he won't let me forget that ever, huh, Royce?
He's afraid to say hi to you when he looks.
No. I play music with him all the time, so he's always telling me hi for sure.
I think there's some people afraid of saying hi to me. Actually,
And sometimes I just have like a mad face all the time, so even more so they don't want to say hi.
especially when you're squinting on. It's
yeah,
just,
like,
it's like, oh, mean
oh,
uncle.
he look mad, huh?
He's like, no, he just kind of see you. You know what I mean? Let's talk about the Na Hoku Hanohano Award.
Yeah.
So, so you're nominated this
Yes.
year for your EP for 5 categories. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's pretty crazy.
I can't remember. I know EP of the year, single
Music
of the
video
year,
of the-
music video, song of the year, and
Most promising artist.
yes. So I'm not sure when the voting starts, but this is one of the first times that I've entered into the Hokus, and especially growing up in Hawaii, I used to watch it on TV.
Yeah.
It's like, oh wow, and
It's huge.
for me it's something like it's a big accomplishment that I want to check off. And shout out to all the voting members on Hara. If you could please vote for your boy, Mr. Chante, for those 5 categories, that would be awesome. But yeah, to win something like that would be, a dream come true for sure. And I know my family would be 100% ready to accept this award with me as well. You know what I mean? It's definitely a dream in for a Hawaii boy for sure.
Yeah. How do you get nominated for the award?
I'm not too sure how the process works, but I know people can nominate you, and I think the preliminary. Yeah, the preliminary.
Political.
Those ballots just started, and they're gonna announce soon. I guess like the final ballots and stuff. So, this is my first time being in it, so it's kind of a learning experience for me right now. Yeah, I hope to at least win one. That'll be awesome. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Do you know some of the other artists in the other categories?
Yeah. One of my boys, Liquid Jordy, he's I want to say for single or song of the year.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the difference is, but he's in one of those categories, or he's in that category. I wonder if he is in any of the.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
He might be under with Sons of Yeshua.
Oh.
But I believe he's in it. I got a couple professors from college that's in it as well. I seen their names on there. But yeah,
That's pretty crazy.
yeah. So yeah, it's a learning experience for me, and hopefully, next time I come on this podcast, I'll be a Hoku winner.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Who knows? We all five,
Yeah.
just line them
I'll
up.
just line up right there.
Yeah. So for your career, what do you want out of it?
I want to make a comfortable living just off of music. So I think the last job I had was maybe 2013. And before that, I was working at Macy's. And then right after Macy's, I went to...
When you said Macy's, I just imagined you.
Yes. I was behind the counter.
Yeah.
Folding the clothes.
Folding the clothes.
Yeah. I was like, I don't want to be here.
Right when you said that, I just imagined you with your glasses.
Yeah.
Folding the clothes.
Hi, can I help you guys? So I was at Macy's, folding clothes, selling clothes.
The men's formal department.
Yes,
The folding
I was. That's the exact.
for real?
Yes,
can
I was
see you
downstairs
doing
on the
that.
bottom at Alamoana. Yes, on the bottom floor. Yeah, I was trying to get into the shoe department because I heard they make commission, but I didn't make it. So I was in the men's department downstairs, and then I went to college. I want to say during college I was doing that job, and then I switched over to Easy Music Center.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Peter Dodds. That was good to just be around the music scene. And at that time, I wasn't gigging too hard as far as like. So for me, acoustic gigs was like a big jump because the type of music I was playing at the time was more like a full band set.
Yeah.
And it was just acoustic is a whole nother ball game as far as like keeping the audience attention and stuff. And it's just a different style of music, I want to say. But I was working at Easy Music for a while, and then I just made the jump to fully commit to music after that. And I think that was, I want to say 2013. And
No, that's awesome.
yeah, so doing like freelance gigs and stuff like that, I definitely had to learn how to money manage because just like with everything else, there's like a season, a hot season for gigging. So like during like graduation season, I would play in a bunch of bands and they would get hired and I would have a gig every weekend. And then after that, like during the downtime, and this was only when I was playing full band stuff.
Okay.
I would have to, live with the money that I made from the gigging season.
Oh.
So that's when I started to pick up acoustic gigs and then, focus more on trying to make more weekly income. And then now I'm trying to focus more on residual income and like just stuff to make money while I'm sleeping, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like even with I'm still trying to get my YouTube channel to monetize, but I need a certain amount of view hours or something like that. And
40, something like that.
40,000 or something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And
40,000. Yeah.
I know they just added 40,000 minutes. That's crazy. I know they just added that you can either have 40,000
minutes or
10 million views on shorts.
Yeah.
Like 10 million?
Yeah.
What? So I'm not even close to that. We're not even at 500K.
I'll just make second shorts. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But
I
10 million
think
of
I think
those.
it'll work. Like for like you take like the best parts of your podcast and stuff, and you just
Well,
make that into a little short.
I mean, I'll just do like 1 second each.
Oh,
Just 1 second.
and have them watch
Oh, you know,
10 million
yeah,
videos.
10 million videos.
That might work. Not gonna lie, that might work.
Put it on another channel and just do
Yeah.
that.
That might work.
Like one word, just one word.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. How are
Not even
you?
every one. Every one will be 2 different
Oh
ones.
wow, the syllables. You're separating the
Yeah,
syllables now.
Yeah, syllables will be well, the 3 videos.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Shoot.
So, but yeah, keep going.
Where were we? Oh yeah, with performing weekly and just making weekly income, and yeah, I just wanna make a comfortable living off of music where I don't have to gig every day. And I wanna buy my parents' house so they don't have to worry about paying for the mortgage and stuff. So I wanna
Okay.
buy that out for them, and hopefully it'll be soon. And I feel like once you get the ball rolling with being an artist or releasing music, I feel like it's exponential growth after that. So you release one hit song, and then right after that you drop 5 more songs. I mean, single at a time, one song,
Yeah.
and it'll just grow because if they find one song they like, they'll go to your whole catalog, and then they'll just listen to everything, and then you'll just start to just see the money just. So I'm hoping to get that soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just do like one of your songs.
one word each. Release it, one word at a time.
They have to get the whole song because if they start
Yeah.
in the middle, they're not gonna know.
That'll be crazy.
They're not gonna get it.
That might be a good marketing scheme, honestly.
I'm gonna tell you, allowed me to do that.
Yeah, do a single
For
release.
focus.
Do a single release, but one word per release. That'd be like 50, over 50.
Yeah, because if you put on the line, they can't just go the line. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? They can't just go line.
Yeah.
They gotta go on the line. They
Yeah.
gotta do every single one.
You know, that's an idea we might have to take heed. You heard that, right? You heard it here first, for sure.
we broke the system. Hey, you might just hit 40,000 hours.
In one day. In one day.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
10 million views.
Yes. That's for sure.
That's crazy, man. But I mean, yeah, I think that's like every like artist's dream is to like really just make a comfortable, livable income
Yeah.
with their art.
And another thing too for me, I want to see everyone around me that's, you know, a part of my camp
Yeah.
to be successful too, because I don't want to be at the top and alone, you know what I mean? Like if I get to a point where I don't have to work every day, I want to call somebody like, hey, let's go golf today, you know what I mean? Like, oh no, I cannot, I gotta work. I was like, what?
Yeah.
So I want to make sure my whole team is doing well, you know what I mean?
Hit them up, hey, let's go Disney World.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, let's go.
Let's go Disney World, your treat. All right, here we go.
Hey, you got
Let's go Disney World in Japan. Let's go, your treat. Let's go.
let's go Maz's bar. Yeah, I reserved it like 6 months in advance.
Yeah, we'll go in 6 months from now.
That's crazy, man. That's so crazy. But Pono, first of all, thank you for coming on the show, man. I
Yes.
really appreciate it. And then, is there anything you want to shout out? You know, like your IG handle.
Yeah.
Social media
You guys
stuff.
can follow me at Mistah Chante. That is MISTAHCHANTE. And also check out my website. I got a bunch of performances that I got going on. www.chanteofficial.com. And you
Your
can
YouTube.
Yep. It's at Mr. Chante as well. Or is it Chante? It might be under Chante. I think it's under Chante. The only reason why I have Mr. Chante on Instagram is because somebody already has Chante.
What?
So I had to go. I
That's
had to figure out.
crazy.
I had to figure out something. So Mr. Chante is what it was, and I didn't want to go MR Chante.
Oh,
So I went with Mistah Chante.
Merchant.
Yeah. So Twitch. I want to try also release like a little.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about gaming. Shoot.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Well, quick thing. I play Apex, but am I good? No. let's just say I have fun playing.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not about the medals. Dude.
It's not about.
It's not about the medals.
If you win first place, who cares?
Yeah.
Only the winners do that. You know what I mean? I want to play to have fun. That's what it's about.
Exactly. Screw the medals. Screw them, man.
But if anyone can help me get to Plat 1, I would be more than happy to join your squad. All right. The highest I got was like Plat. Was it Plat 3 or was it Plat 4? Was
I
it
don't
lowest? I don't know, but I was so happy. I just stopped playing after that because at that time. Oh no! You know what? I don't think there was like demotion, but once, or maybe there were, but once I got to Plat, I stopped playing for the season. I was like, okay, and then I got my Plat little badge.
The badge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to release some educational video or like courses for music recording, and even like performance and like piano stuff too.
Oh, nice.
So be on the lookout for that, guys.
Like a master class.
Yes.
Oh.
But just do it directly off of my website.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Wow, that's cool. how about Apex?
Yeah.
Tutorials
How to
for
lose. How to lose on Apex. I got you guys.
how to get demoted.
Yeah.
And then Meadows is gonna be playing in the background.
Yep. Are we looking for medals? No, we're not. Just for fun, guys.
Just for fun. But anything else? Anything else you want to shout out?
I'll be back if I win a Hoku. And if not, I'll still be back. All right, guys? So it won't matter.
It's not about the medals, man. We just
It's
talked
not.
about
But a Hoku is something else.
we
All
just
right, guys?
talked about that.
We need an Hoku. We need a Hoku, guys.
Oh, Pono. I'll call you Sean.
Yeah.
Mr. Sean, thank you for coming on the show,
Thank
dude.
you for
and
having me.
Yeah, it's been a great honor.
Yes.
This has been a long time coming,
Yes.
actually. Yeah. And shout out to He Lave because I think you hit me up right after I released this.
Yes, that's that. I seen it. I think that's when I seen your podcast. So I was like, yep, I want to do more of this stuff with a bunch of guys too. So
yeah, let me know.
yeah,
Of course. And as we always do at the end of the show, we always do a Kampai,
okay.
a cheers. So, Mr. Sean, Malama,
Nope, you forgot Malama Pono.
Pono. Oh, Malama Pono, Mai Kalani.
Yes,
Pata.
yes.
This is to hopefully you get one award from just one. But if you get all five, that'd
That'd be awesome too.
You
That'd
get
be
4
awesome.
out of 5, whatever.
Yes.
But you know this.
Just at least one.
But
At least one.
But it's not about the medals.
It's not though.
so-
So we're not worried about that. But please, just one.
But that's the cherry on top. But this is to you and your success in the future, and you as a musical artist, and whatever you release in the future, man. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Cheers. Kampai.
Kampai.